name is Dexter, and my partner is Athena. I'll be covering pro internet, and Athena will be covering anti internet. And so for both sides, we'll be looking at, on my side, on the pro internet side, I'll be looking at the free press and human rights and some of the arguments that they posed on their side, and Athena will be covering.
I'll be covering an ongoing anti-internet movement that threatens free press and your privacy and online access.
So on my side for the pro internet, so there's this organization called Free Press. Free Press, what their mission and what their vision is, is democracy. And in order to further, issues or to progress on any important issue, it requires that media inform, engage, and is open and accessible to all. And what Free Press really believes in is that we need a healthy democratic media to compel Washington and other folks who are in charge of that to heed on public interests. And only they say that only media can progress issues in this day and age, and that society has changed from the internet, from regular media to using things like the internet. So, and on the argument that the internet is very important, it's really a couple of things. The main arguments that people say, the internet allows people to all over the world to communicate and network. Um, and what this says is just basically that the internet provides a connection to everybody, and that it's not just it's just not a single place where this is happening. This is everybody. It's all over the world. And the second thing that they say is, it allows people to get information. And if we put out the internet, and if we got rid of the internet, how will it won't be accessible anymore. So having it's not accessible to others, so that we won't even have a in this day and age we wouldn't have a very democratic society. So another organization is called the Human Rights First. It's a website online. You can check the organization out. And they are part of the Global Network Initiative, which is designed to address efforts by governments, brings everyone together. So it is just to pressure information and telecommunications to companies and governments, so that the telecommunications companies, comply with policies that violate users' freedom of expression and privacy. So what the GNI does, or Global Network Initiative, does is it brings companies together to form from communications technology sectors, human rights organizations, scholars, academies, investors, governments, to to enlist companies in acts of censorship and surveillance, and to promote the rule of law and adoptions of laws and policies and practices that protect and respect freedom of expression and privacy. So what this diverse coalition really is, it's helping to develop new principles and guidelines that guarantees freedom of expression and privacy. So these are, what these people are, is just they're showing, they're really what for the people, by the people. And they have this project, Human Rights First has this project called the Netizen Project, so which maintains free access to the internet communications, and gives the window to maintain space. So this is a network of people who just wants to maintain that access with people, and that ensure that people have access to the internet, and that they will be able to do whatever they do, whatever they please. So Athena will be going on the anti side. So
So there's the International Communications Union that Attorney Reese talked to us in class. Um, so they're also referred to as ITU, and they are the key player for this anti-internet treaty. First off, they basically focus on their 1988 International Telecommunications Regulation Treaty that focuses on traffic flows between telecommunication networks, international routing, changing, accounting, and billings of networks. So a lot of standardizing and development of communications globally. And so they're convening in Dubai, or they convened in Dubai in 2012 December, so that they could talk about and discuss the 1988 treaty, because it's old, it needs updating, and it's for the sake of security purposes, since we are now moving really fast with internet. And yeah. So the World Conference in Dubai, world governments are meeting up to propose the update for the 1988 treaty. And there's a lot of versions that have come up, but all these proposals are saying the same thing, meaning ITU jurisdiction over IP networks will happen. A multinational web access, meaning all countries will have equal rights to the internet development. There will be new controls in the internet, possible changes to internet architecture, possible changes to the internet governments, and 193 countries like Russia, China, and Iran will have authority to monitor and censor internet activities. So this anti-internet treaty is what it's referred to. It pretty much threatens your free press, your online access, what you do in the internet, because they can control it, they can censor you whenever they want. And that is why there's oppositions. The US, most of all, is against the ITU jurisdiction expansion. They don't want ITU to have control over the internet. And it means more restrictive governance over the internet and possible censorship of legitimate speech, and cut off internet access more easily. And here's a video. I don't know if it works. Oh, it does work. Okay. So
Friends, make art, start a business, or speak out against our governments.
that's pretty much it. You can watch this video. It
All
talks
on an
about threats to the
unprecedented
internet,
scale. This isn't a
and
coincidence. The internet's design came
after
out of
this,
open,
you can
inclusive
think
discussion
about what
by
happens to the internet, because it's
scientists
still
and
pending, by the way.
engineers.
As you can see, we pose two sides to you guys. You can, feel free to form your own opinions. And we just kind of inform you guys on different organization on the pro-internet side and the anti-internet side. And if you do guys have any questions, feel free to email us or talk to us and give us comments. But other than that, I think this is the end of our presentation, and I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation by Dexter and Athena about the internet.
Bye.